Hi, Stu here from Taught and Leisure. Today I'm going to show you how to fit a backpack correctly. Well, today I'm going to show you how to adjust it and fit it to someone. But to do that, I'm going to need a volunteer. So I've got Sam with us today, and he's going to be our pack fitting mannequin. So Osprey bags come straight from the factory, all done up really tight. So your first job when you get this one home or you have it delivered is to undo everything. If you go to store, this will be done for you, but one thing you want to make sure you do before you even start fitting it is undo everything. So Sam's going to give me a hand here, and you want to make sure everything's nice and loose. So now that's nice and loose, first of all what we're going to do is put that straight on Sam's back without making any adjustments. The adjustment for the back length is along here, but we'll try it on him and see where the adjustments need to be made. So we're going to lift it up for him, and he's going to pop it on. Now, when you're measuring your back length, there's two important things you need to locate on your body. This lumpy bit that sticks out of the back here, that's your C7 vertebrae, should be level with your shoulders. And the next thing you want to find is the iliac crest, which is the top of your pelvis, or your hip bone. And that bit is, you just undo that a second, Sam. We'll show you customers where that one is. It's the bony part at the top of your hips here. So you locate that piece, and the hip belt's going to be done up on there. So first thing he's going to do is the hip belt up. So you want the crest of your hip bone sound to be kind of in the middle of that pad. Is that about right?
All good.
Excellent. Then we're going to do your straps up here.
Lovely job.
Right. So if we just stand side on, so we can have a look at this, and we'll look at the fit. The good news is this doesn't fit too badly straight out the bag. So it's nice and close fitting around here. There's not really any big gappage around the back of his shoulders. If you lift your arms up for us, and the pack stays on his hips. If the pack was too short, then this would lift up and be around his waist instead, around his belly. And if the pack was too long, there'd be a lot of space at the top here. You've also got these top tension straps. Now these ones are what pull the weight forwards or let the weight go backwards. So what you want to do is have them done up so there's a bit of tension on them, but they're not too tight. If you have them done too tight, so if we do this one really tight, pulls the weight really far forwards, and he ends up leaning forwards, you saw then, and it puts more weight on your shoulders here, which you don't really want. So that one we want to loosen up a little bit to about here, so the weight feels like it should be going directly down his back and into his hips. So 80 to 90% of the weight should be on your hips and not on your shoulders, because your legs are much stronger than your shoulders are. So when you're walking all day, it's important to make sure the weight's distributed down here and not up here. How does that fit, Sam?
Feels really good so far. Yeah, nicely sat on my hips and on my shoulders, and I can feel the weight's definitely sat more on my hips than my shoulders, which is great.
So the other thing we haven't done up yet is the sternum strap, which is this one here. Now this is not load bearing. It's only here to stop the shoulder straps falling off the side. So when you do this one up, we do it up to about that kind of tension, and it wants to be about 3 fingers width from below your collarbone, which is about right on Sam there. If you do this too tight, it compresses your chest, and then you're going to have trouble breathing when you're walking in it all day. So don't do this one too tight. A good way of telling if it's load bearing or not is how big and padded the strap is. If it's really wide and got padding on it, like the hip belt and the shoulder straps, it's probably load bearing. If it hasn't, for example this one, it's probably not load bearing. So if we were to adjust this bag, if Sam takes it off now, so this one is fully adjustable in the back length. Osprey make this in a couple of different sizes. So this is the medium back length, I believe. So the back system is adjustable on these clips. So Sam is on this setting, we'll call it setting 3 as it's third from the bottom. And you can make it taller or shorter. So what we'll do now is we'll make it a bit too long for him by adjusting these straps, making it longer. And if he pops that on now, we would illustrate how a bag looks when it's too big for you. I'd always recommend, if you're able to, with a heavy pack like this, get a friend to lift it up onto your back, or if you're on your own, put it onto a rock or a bench before putting the bag on, so it's a higher height for you. You don't want to be lifting it up with your arms all the time. So as we can see here now, there is quite a bit of gappage around the top of his shoulders. So you can pull that in, but we don't really want to because we've found that we can just loosen this down, pull those bits down a bit, and we're going to get a better fit for him. So Sam's ready to go off now and tackle the wilderness. See you later, Sam. And thank you for watching our video on how to fit a backpack.